Good morning, guys. I forgot my mic this morning in the Subaru. I'm driving the truck, so sorry about that if it sounds kind of junk. Today is World Plant a Vegetable Garden Day. So, what that means to me is they've run out of days. If there's something could be, because World Plant a Vegetable Garden Day seems like, and I'm sorry for you gardeners, seems like a day we didn't really need to define. I don't know. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm going to take the truck to get aligned. This weekend was so busy. So last week, my car got hit. The Subaru got hit twice. So my bumper was all like jacked up. And then it got hit above the rear window and it's got like a dent in it. So what the heck was going on last week? It's like super high winds and stuff. But the bumper was obviously somebody that swiped me in a parking lot. Obviously. Freaking brand new car. So that's tight. Anyways, so that's fun. I'm taking the truck to get aligned because it has been aligned in forever. And after my escapades a couple weekends ago, it's definitely out of alignment. So it needs to get aligned, so I'm taking it today, but just wild. I got my air compressor and my lockers wired up inside the truck. The lockers were wired up inside the truck, but the switch for the compressor was under the hood. I got that rewired up to where it is now in the cab with me because, again, after my escapades a couple weekends ago, I realized a situation very well may occur where I'm not prepared and have the compressor on, or I forget to put the compressor on, and I need my lockers. Luckily I had it on, but it was, just luckily I had it on. I don't even know why I had it on because I wasn't expecting to do anything insane, but it was on. So whatever. But now I can just click it inside. I made a mount and it looks like absolute garbage, but the switches are there. So I'll remake that mount eventually. I I wasn't really planning on doing it this weekend, and then I don't know. I just got a spurt of energy and decided that I was going to do that. So I threw those together and made a mount pretty, hastily and moved on about it. Yesterday so to talk about today. Yesterday I got a message from my friend Corey, and he had an issue with his fridge freezer this weekend where it was hot, and it's hot. So this is relevant to anybody with a fridge. So it's hot outside, and he's got a fridge freezer, and he tried to let the fridge freezer cool itself down from the heat, and it made his thermostat warm, and then it caused his fridge to run nonstop until it froze everything. This can happen, but so if you don't ever want to, and I've said this, I think I've said it before. If I haven't, I definitely say it in real conversation with folks. You've got to pre-cool your cooler. So whether that's bringing it inside and open it up overnight before you go on a trip, I have two big Igloo Maxi Cold or Maxi Cool, like super high performance, I don't know, ice packs, and they're huge. And what I do is I throw those in the cooler, and then that helps cool it down. Because you don't want your cooler, like the inside and the outside of your cooler, are like both real hot, and then you've got this cooler trying to essentially bring the temp down against a really hot temp. So you want to pre-cool your cooler. So, cooler, fridge, whatever. Some people bring them inside and open them up overnight, or bring them inside, open them up for a few hours, and then turn them on. Essentially plugged into the house, like plug them into the. Excuse me, plug them into a plug in the house. So, which is an option as well. I mean, mine has a 110 plug at least. I think all of them do. So they plug them into the house to cool them down, so they don't have that issue. But you still got to open it to let it cool itself. So make sure as temps are getting hotter, they're hot now, but like just pre-cool your fridge, or you could end up freezing everything and draining your battery because your fridge won't. won't regulate the temperature because the thermostat got too hot. So the thermostat continues to think that it's hot. Like the cooler's hot even though it's frozen. This is something that's like not novel to me, and this happens. I had a Dometic fridge previously, and it did this exact thing too. But ugh. So, and I'm not going to tell you guys it's a Dometic thing because I did it once too, and it just happened to be a Dometic fridge. I did it once too, and then after that, I started pre-cooling it. I mean, again, like I tell you guys all the time, like I don't know that I learn a lot of anything like from any other way besides just epic failures. So that's real. Yeah, I mean, and that I guess that's somewhat of an epic failure when all your stuff's frozen. Being frozen isn't as bad as going bad, but you still can't use it if it's froze solid. So make sure you pre-cool your cooler so that your fridge regulates appropriately, so that you can so make sure that you're getting the best out of your equipment. And the same thing with a regular cooler. Like if you don't pre-cool your cooler, you're also going to melt ice at like a much more rapid rate. Like pre-cooling a cooler is the thing. And a lot of people just load that sucker up in the heat. Their cooler sits in the garage. It gets hot too. Like it is a real thing. Even if you have a super high performance cooler like a Yeti or an Arctic or whatever, roto molded cooler, it's still going to do it too. Like you've got to cool those materials down before you throw ice in there, or the material itself cooling down is going to start to take some of your energy, and potentially if you've got a fridge, the thermostat will no longer work right for you. So um, that's my big topic. My big point of discussion for today. Uh, oh my goodness. It was a crazy weekend. It was hot. It was busy, super hot. It rained this morning. It's supposed to rain like all day, but if you guys can see, that's the sun on my hand, so it's not, and it's 70, so that's good. Might be able to get some activity in today, a little bit of walking, get some walking on, get my walk on. But yeah, so I'm just taking the truck to drop it off. Nothing big going on. Last Friday, I decided not to podcast because I podcasted Thursday and barely anybody listened to it because my podcast with Benji on Newfound Overland also got released on Thursday. So I think, and then over the weekend, my Friday podcast got listened to pretty much all weekend. So I did do that on purpose. It wasn't like happenstance. That's not some. And before, I've not released on Thursday when the podcast comes out with Benji, but I still did, and I'll just have to work on that. That's like a once a month thing, and I maybe just take one of the days of that week off whenever I podcast with him. Whenever he's releasing it, I may take that day off. Um, because I did notice that I was just gonna get way ahead of you guys, and I did that for previously too. So I just need to manage that better, and just hop on here the days that those are up and go, hey, going over there and listen to that one I was on, and feed it, helping us both out. But guys, that's about what I got for today. It's Memorial Day weekend's coming up, so it should be a big camping weekend. If you guys want to let me know what trips you're doing, what you got going on, that'd be awesome. But I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to Savannah Bananas on Saturday night. Freaking, if you don't know what that is, it's like I don't know. I keep telling people it's kind of like the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball. It's like kind of like trick baseball entertainment more so than just baseball type thing. And they dance and they sing, and it's like a whole thing. Me and my girlfriend are going. I follow them on social media, and I think it's fun. I think it'll be fun. So we'll be going that Saturday. So I don't know what that lands us on. So Friday night we won't go camping because we're on baseball game Saturday. So we might go camping Sunday into Monday. I don't know. It's really unlike me to not go camping, but like I don't really know what. I don't know. I don't know where we'll go, or because it's going to also be a popular weekend. So if you don't go get a spot, if you don't go snag a spot Friday night Friday night slash Saturday before midday, like you might not get one. It is a popular time, and I've had a podcast before where I have not had issues camping on the over the holidays, Memorial Day, 4th of July. I haven't had those issues, but but if I'm trying to get somewhere, like if I don't got the time to get somewhere like out in the woods, like your more easy to access areas, I'm sure, are like your places that anybody can go camp at, pretty much, like a gravel road, paved campsite, stuff like that. Those are going to be full this weekend for sure. And I'm not going to drive 6 hours Saturday morning, wheel, get to a spot just to camp Sunday morning, just to camp Sunday night. So I don't know. I'll plan on, this is me all the time. I'll plan for it this week. I mean, I've got 5 days to plan for it, but so I may go camp somewhere. Maybe I'll go camp Friday. Maybe I'll go camp Friday night, all into midday Saturday, even, because baseball game's not until Saturday night. Who knows? I don't know. I'm just talking to you guys out loud, like thinking. But I am taking my truck to get aligned. It hasn't been aligned in like too long, and my tires are starting to wear. Not bad by any means, guys. It just made me think of it. I was checking my tires today, and they're wearing a little bit. I've had them a year, and I've rotated them multiple times in that year. And the truck's been aligned multiple times in the year. Well, once in the year. I usually get aligned every 6 months. But anyways, I was looking at the tread on the tires and thinking about how I need to rotate them and change the oil on the truck is a little over. And I was like, when's the last time I had an alignment? So I looked and I was like, man, I'll take it in this week and get it aligned. It's due. So that's what I'm doing. Nothing spectacular going on here. But yeah, guys, that's what I got. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. And it's a short one today, but I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Let me know what's going on. Keep me updated. Go by and give the podcast a rating and a comment. Leave a comment, review something. It helps me out a lot.